The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only.
Happy Monday once again, everyone. Bryan Devore, Realty Group, Berkshire, Hathaway, HomeServices, California Properties for July 10th. Wow, you thought San Diego real estate was expensive. Well, we're going to talk about another place that has even more expensive properties. We'll get to that in just a moment, but first, let's look at the latest stats. Right now, we have 2,745 homes for sale in San Diego County. That's an increase of 42 from last week, with a median list price of $1,110,000, which is down from last week. Average days on market of those homes, 45 days, which is the same as last week. Pending sales, 2,302. That's an increase of 40 from last week. So just about the same number of homes increase in active listings and pending sales. Median list price, $829,500, which is also an increase. Average days on market, 21. No change from last week. Finally, months of inventory is still climbing, 1.49 months of inventory, mostly because we have more inventory coming on the market and we have fewer homes closing escrow. Here's the total actives and total pendings in chart form. So you can see how inventory is continuing to climb for the last few weeks, but pending sales is keeping pace. Since last week, new actives, 641. It's a big drop of 75, and we'll talk about why in just a moment from last week. The median list price, $899,900, which is a drop from last week. New pendings, 360, a huge drop of 103 from last week. So why these big drops? Well, last week was 4th of July, so fewer people were putting their homes on the market, and fewer people were buying homes last week. So that's why the big drop in new actives and new pendings. Median list price, $860,000, which is an increase for last week. Average days on market, 18, so a drop of 2 days from the week before. New pendings listed within the last week, 16. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 176. Both of those are drops as a percentage from last week. Again, 4th of July, I think kind of threw a wrench into what the market was doing leading up to that. Since last week, 287 closed sales last week. It's 147 drop from last week. Again, huge drop, 4th of July, kind of weird being on a Tuesday. So it again, really changes the numbers. I think we'll see things back to quote unquote normal next week. Median list price, $859,000, which is an increase from last week. Median sales price, $875,000, which is a drop from last week. Average days on market, 2 more days than the ones that closed the week before, 18. Least expensive sale was in San Marcos, $205,500, and the most expensive sale was in La Jolla, $5,450,000. New pendings, new listings, pendings, and sales in chart form. You can see huge drops across the board for all 3 categories. We'll see next week if we can jump back up again. We have a normal week. And the median list price and sales price, those numbers didn't change a ton. Okay, what's that a picture of? Picture of some homes for sale in Boston. I'm in Boston reporting for the Monday Market Moment this week. So real estate in Boston, more expensive than San Diego. Let's take a look at a couple of these particular properties. The one here on the left with the arrow pointing to it, it's 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1,374 square feet. Listed for $695,000. That one's in Roxbury. That's a single family home. But if you want maybe a more upscale area, if you want a nice condo, here's one on the far right. 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,785 square feet. This one happens to have some pretty nice views. $2.5 million, yes, for a condo in the city of Wellesley, near Boston. So you thought San Diego was expensive. Come to Boston and you'll see home prices even more than that. Don't forget to scan the QR code here to track your home's value. If you have any questions about the Monday Market Moment and the stats and what that might mean for you, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Monday.
You've been watching Monday Market Moment with Bryan Devore. Please subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update.